Ladies and gentlemen, the Democrats are coming out everywhere because they're concerned about the black male vote. And rightfully so. You should be concerned because you do nothing in urban communities. There are no jobs being created. You are importing, you're doing in replacement migration in the expectation that anyone, I don't care what color they are, should support you is absolutely damn ridiculous. It's ridiculous. So Clyburn comes out, says he's concerned about black males voting for Trump. And ladies and gentlemen, what this means is that they know that the polls are showing them that they are not getting the black male vote. And I'm going to submit this to you, Democrats listening to me. You are the ones who ran with the strong black woman narrative. You are the ones that decided to empower Jezebel in the black community. So much so that when men go to nightclubs in Atlanta, when women go to nightclubs in Atlanta, there are no men out. You see, because you are the party of Satan, you destroyed male and female relationships. You destroyed it. You destroyed the dynamic of male and female. And then the craziest thing is, there's an expectation that someone should sit under your destruction. I don't care if you're black, white, purple, or green. Nobody's sitting under your foolishness.
I don't know why, but I'm sure that'll work out too.
Here with me now is South Carolina Congressman Jim Clyburn. Thank you so much for being here.
Look at that look on his face. That dead look on his face. This is a man who's got to come to terms with it. Now, he's going to do some spin. Let's see what kind of spin he put out there.
You just heard Donald Trump making his appeal to black men quite explicit. Your friend, Congresswoman Debbie Dingell, who you campaigned with in Michigan, says that the message she's hearing from black men is, quote, Democrats take us for granted. Donald Trump talks to us directly. Are you concerned about black men voting for Trump or staying home?
What is wrong with her face? What is wrong with your face?
Well, thank you very much for having me. Yes, I am concerned.
You better be damn concerned
about black men staying home or voting for Trump. But my concerns don't tend to keep me from being energetic about this campaign.
Ooh, ladies and gentlemen, here's what I thought he was going to do. I thought he was going to say, yes, I'm concerned with black men coming out and voting for Trump, and then spin it and say, however, I don't agree with the numbers and blah, 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 and try and spin it. No. He came out and said, I'm still convinced of this campaign. Whoa. See, I didn't realize that was a look of defeat on his face. I thought that was just a look of like a deer in headlights. That's not coming out strong. Let's see what else he got to say. Let's see if he's actually defeated.
Because I was in Michigan campaigning with Debbie last weekend. I thought our swing through Michigan was very, very effective. I met with black men. I met with black religious leaders. I met with black.
I knew he was going to talk about the black religious leaders. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry to say this, but the majority of your black religious leaders are sold out. I mean, I'm just going to keep it real. They have adopted a philosophy, the philosophy of Satan. They've taken the money from the federal government, and they take handouts from the federal government via the 501c3 format that makes them compromised. And more than anything, I stopped going to black churches because I would go to church and I would hear pastors in the pulpit straight up speaking racism. And I'm sitting there saying, man, the Jesus I serve, the God I serve, is not a respecter of color or persons. And I'm like, you can't be a Christian and be sitting there preaching hardcore racism things. It just doesn't work. That's just not how it goes. And so I was like, I ain't stepping foot in this place no more. No, we can't be doing that. And then when I look around and I look for the ecclesia should be made of all different races and colors. So the ecclesia is not just one race jammed and packed into a building. When you look around in one building, there's all people all the same color, then you know, okay, we got us a problem here, because the Spirit of God, the word says, when Christ be lifted up, he draws all men unto him. Not black men, not white men, all men unto him. So I'm looking around, I don't see all representation of all men. I'm saying, oh hell, something wrong around here. Something really wrong around here. Because The word of God doesn't lie. It says, when Jesus Christ be lifted up, he shall draw all men unto him. Anyway, let me stop preaching. Watch this. Go.
Union leaders. And quite frankly, I think we had very frank and direct discussions. And I don't see and feel what I'm reading about in news reports.
I'm going to tell you what you're going to feel, Clyburn. Let me tell you what you're going to feel, James. Let me tell you what you're going to feel, James. You're going to feel real damn embarrassed in a little while, boy. You're going to be real embarrassed because there ain't nobody rocking with you. The only ones rocking with you is the ones who under the strong black women that's like, you can't vote for him or else I ain't going to give you no booty and I ain't going to cook no dinner.
Yes, black men like everybody else want to know exactly what I can expect from Harris administration, and I've been very direct with them. And I've also contrasted that with what they can expect from a Trump administration. We will expect Project 2025 to be a full-blown policy.
This man act like he done had a damn stroke. Project 2025? Project 2025? Here's what we can expect from the Democrats. We can expect more open borders, more abortions, more illegals moving into the hood, more Venezuelans taking over neighborhoods, more blood, more destruction, more war, more everything. And the only thing they could do is talk about Project 2025. It's supposed to be some kind of Christian project, which I don't even think I even read the whole document. If I did, I read half of it. It's crazy. It's absolutely insane. Look at him. Dead-eye Clyburn. And this chick over here looked like, on the left, looked like a praying mantis. A damn praying mantis animal. Bug. It's like Bug's life out here in these streets.
In his administration. And what would that policy be? I described it on the first night of our national convention.
While y'all was out there sacrificing babies in the front lawn of your convention.
And I've been describing it that way ever since. It will be Jim Crow.
Did this Negro just say Jim Crow? What?
2.0.
So we got Nazis, we got Jim Crow 2.0. All the while the border is wide open. You know what? Enough of this. Let's go to the next one. Now, Clyburn is not the only one that has a problem with this. So we saw Obama come out and get mollywopped. He got skull dragged by the black community. That's what happened to Obama. He came out talking reckless, got slapped upside the head. Let's really get to some of the real issues other than their propaganda. He's here because he's afraid. And so it's one of those things where you're trying to speak something into existence. It's unfortunate, Clyburn, you're going to find that you are totally incorrect and 100% wrong, and it's not going to go the way you want it to go. Watch this. Let's see what the actual Democrats are doing, and I'll be right back. Watch this. Here we go. National Border Patrol Council strongly endorses Trump at Arizona rally. Why would the Border Patrol endorse the racist Donald Trump? Why would all these Latinos on stage, white folks on stage, specifically Latinos, be endorsing Donald Trump? I thought he was a racist. I thought it was going to be Jim Crow 2.0. And you know the thing that gets me is people like Warnock, people like Clyburn come out and they say, y'all Negroes get back on the plantation. How dare you leave the plantation and say you gonna vote for Donald Trump? Don't you know we give you your subsidies, we give your woman their welfare, and we take care of your children for you? Now you Negroes don't have no job. And yes, the border's wide open and we giving every job to people who don't look like you, but you stay on our plantation. The Border Patrol Council endorsed Donald Trump. You want to know why? Because they see what's coming across the border. Now, I want you guys to remember, think back for a moment. Just hearken your mind back to 30 days ago. The news said there was no Venezuelan gangs in Chicago. The news said there was no Venezuelan gangs in Aurora, Colorado. The news said that the migration and immigration numbers weren't high. And then we find out that not only do they have a program called the Humanitarian Parole Program, but they are flying in people from other countries, from Venezuela, Nicaragua, Cuba, and Haiti. Flying them in. And then we find out that Kamala Harris and Joe Biden and James Clyburn, and this is how you got to do it. James Clyburn, Kamala Harris, Joe Biden, Warnock, all of them, because they're all on the same team, they're bringing these people in and dropping them not only in urban communities, but rural communities. Changing the complete demographics of the nation. Then the UN today comes out and calls for 600 million illegals to come into America. So, if you don't like what you've seen thus far, if you don't like what you've seen from Kamala and Joe thus far, you need to vote for Trump. Now, if you cool with what you've been seeing and you vote for Kamala, understand they want to send 600 million. DW, you don't know what you're talking about. You don't, DW, you just be talking out the side of your neck. I'll be right back again.